Hello, everyone. Sorry we got a little bit of a late start. All of us were not aware that our clock is off by 5 minutes. But anyway, thank you for being patient. My name is Penny Wright, and on behalf of all of us at the Rogers Memorial Library, we want to thank all of you for being here. We have people who have traveled a great distance to be guests and to perform, and I'll tell you about them. Before I say anything further, though, I'd like to thank the Friends of the Rogers Memorial Library, and that includes many of you, or I should say by the end of the evening, most of you, because your memberships pay for all of our concerts, and we have lots of them. From September to June, we have a Sunday concert series, and in the summer we usually have a four-time concert series. So, about 3 or 4 years ago, I'm not positive when it was, I think it was at least 3 years ago, I went to a concert at Sylvester Manor in Shelter Island. And I don't know if you've been there, but they have wonderful musical events. And some of them take place in their homestead, in their old historic building. And I heard Jim Hurst, and he was so great, just the kind of music I love. So the next year, which I think was two years ago, no, or 3 years ago, 2 years ago, we invited him here, and he came. And then he came again. Okay, so anyway, we won't argue over details, but we're really happy that Jim is here. And I have to say, Jim Hurst and his two musician friends who are with him, Eric Alvar on the bass and Justin Brainham on the fiddle and mandolin, drove all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. We haven't had a prize so far, but this is a new prize for going to as much trouble as anyone possibly could to perform here today. So thank the three of you very much. We're also happy that they've lined up a couple of other engagements, and maybe Jim will tell you about that. I'm going to just tell you a few things about Jim, and then he will introduce the others. Jim Hurst is a guitar veteran known for his live performances, his recorded music, and tours with several well-known country and bluegrass bands. Jim received the International Bluegrass Music Association Guitar Player of the Year twice, and has been nominated quite a few times for this award. He is much lauded by his peers and fans for his versatility of both fingerstyle and flat-picking techniques on the guitar. He makes solo tours nationally, teaches at music camps and workshops, and teaches guitar privately. He is also a singer, songwriter, producer, and now a founding member and leader of the Jim Hurst Trio. Please welcome Jim Hurst.
Howdy, howdy. How's everybody doing? We're happy to be here. It was a long trip, but it was a glorious reason to come. We're happy to be here. Eric actually flew from Orlando, Florida to be here. And his arms are really tired. You knew that was coming, right? Lots of Henny Youngman fans in here, I'm sure. I have tried to forget about you and all the plans that we had planned. I reckon I'm bound to leave this town. Don't care where I may land. What they're telling me is true. You have found somebody new to love you. one thing I can do. Save my heart from being broken into like you. Oh, baby, I'm moving through. Nothing like 100 miles between me and trouble in my mind. Nothing like 100 miles. Somebody show me the yellow line. There's nothing like 100 miles when I'm only passing through. There's nothing like 100 miles to make me forget about you. Don't we like our fond farewells? And don't we like to keep our goodbyes nice and clean? You may wish I'd go to hell while you tell me what a pleasure it's been so long. Oh, baby, I'm moving on. Nothing like 100 miles between me and trouble in mind. Nothing like 100 miles. Somebody show me the yellow line. Nothing like 100 miles when I'm only passing through. There's nothing like 100 miles to make me forget about you. When I'm only passing through, there's nothing like 100 miles to make me forget about you. Sound okay to you? Can you hear everything all right?
Yeah.
How about a hand for Sage over here running the sound? We are happy to be here. This is my second time, and because of Penny and all the folks, the friends of the Rogers Memorial Library, all the support, you guys are wonderful for the arts, you're wonderful for each other, you're wonderful for the library, and thank you very much. It's an honor to be among you. Thank you so much. We're on our New York tour. We're playing here tonight. We're playing in New York City, Upper West Side Saturday. We're playing up on Shelter Island on Sunday. And we're having a photo shoot Sunday morning. And tomorrow's a rest and eat and pick day. I'm going to rest, I'm going to eat a lot and pick a little. Well, wait a minute. I'm going to rest and we'll pick a lot and eat a little. Food up here is really good. I think I mentioned that the last time I was here. First, last time I was here was right before the election, I think. And so it was like half the show was talking about politics. No. Sorry. I'm not going to ask you who you voted for. It doesn't matter. We're here for music, right? Right. Okay. Can you hear out there, all right? Yeah. All right. Okay. Most of the stuff we're doing tonight is off of the new CD. It's actually new to us. It's come out in August last year. Actually, our first gig as a trio was over at the Long Island Bluegrass Festival over there at Tanner Park, and it was a lot of fun. And the CD, that was the first day that the CD was there. And Copeg, what is that how they call that part over there? Near Amityville or something? Or Amityville Horror. Anyway, we had a good time. It was a pretty day. It was a beautiful place. So we have CDs out there, and I'll inundate you with that soon. But this next song I wrote because of the influence of Bill Monroe's mandolin playing on my guitar. This is called Modaliousness. Don't expect me to spell it. Modality is a type of music playing, and someone, how many of you are musicians? So you know what modes are and modality. I can barely spell it, but the idea is Bill Monroe had that kind of bluesy sound to his bluegrass, and it was inspiring to me. So I wrote that song for him, and then of course we have a couple of really wonderful musicians beside me, and you know, it's really fun to play with good people first, and then good musicians second. You know, you can play with a lot of good people that don't play very well. You can play with a lot of good musicians that aren't very nice people. And of course, then they all have to get along with me, you know, if it's in my trio. But I'm really fortunate and blessed to have these two guys with me. This guy on the bass, as I said earlier, he came from Florida to come to this trip this weekend. He's living in Nashville, but he's going to the University of Florida for a master's degree in jazz bass. And he plays probably 35,000 instruments. But bass is one of the things I love that he does, and I'm happy he does it with me. And we're going to show him off on this next tune, but this is Mr. Eric Alvar here on the bass. a composition of mine called Funky Flatfoot. And in the bluegrass world, there's a dance style called flat-footing. There's buck dancing, there's square dancing, there's all kinds of different kinds of just foot shuffling. Almost like tap dancing and some jazz dancing, but more mountain kind of simplified steps, but still in the groove. And a friend of mine, Mark Schatz, is a great bass player and also a wonderful step dancer. So I wrote it for him and named it after his kind of feel, Funky Flatfoot. But Eric did a good job. How about a hand for Eric right there? I wrote this next song because as traveling musicians, we travel around. That's our job, really. We get to play music in the coffee breaks, you know. We book the gigs, we sit at home and we work up the social media things and we spread the word and mailing lists and all that. We drive up down highways and we go through the traffic in New York City. And we go through the traffic in New York City. Man, that's a whole nother level of patience right there. But it's good, you know, God challenges me to be more patient. And that was it today. So, but then when we go to the gig and we get there, then this is what we get to do for our coffee breaks. So I'm happy about that. But we leave our homes and we leave our family, and I have 2 wonderful grandkids and 2 great kids and a wonderful wife. We have a 3rd grandchild on the way, and so when I leave home, I miss that, right? But I'm happy to be doing what I love to do. So it's kind of this, you know, it's good, and it's also good to be home. So I miss my wife when I'm gone a lot. And sometimes she goes with me when she can. But this is the song I wrote for that. This is on the new CD as well. Called I'm on my way home. Yesterday truly was a blessing. Spending time together, me and you. Moments like these are fast and fleeting, far between and oh so very few. Here we are, another dawn is breaking, and it's so hard to tear ourselves apart. 'Cause when I'm gone, I always have you with me, 'cause you're the rhythm of my beating heart. Whining, crying, the highway sings to me a lonesome song. Driving, trying to find a way not to be gone so long. I think about you every waking minute, just as soon as my last job is through. Like an Indy car with me sitting in it, I'm on my way back home to you. I love what I do to make a living. Another song reminds me again. Wake me up, I might still be dreaming. Sometimes this guitar is my best friend, and maybe it's a foregone conclusion. It won't last forever is what I'm told, but quitting is just the same as losing, and I'll keep searching for my pot of gold. Whining, crying, the highway sings to me a lonesome song. Driving, trying to find a way not to be gone so long. Think about you every waking minute, just as soon as my last job is through. Like an Indy car with me sitting in it, I'm on my way back home to you. sings to me a lonesome song. Driving, trying to find a way not to be gone so long. Looking for the haystack through the needle. It's so hard, I don't know what I'll do. But it feels good to know you're waiting for me, and I'm on my way back home to you. I'm longing to have you here beside me, so I'm on my way back home to you. It's fun to write songs and put them in front of people and have you feel obligated to applaud for it. That's pretty nice. It's really sweet for you guys to be here with us. A lot of you here today. And you know what? It's especially wonderful because it's a beautiful day. You can be sitting on your back porch or in your living room or working in the garden or golfing or fishing or sailing or whatever. So it's really nice for you to be here. My wife and I, this past Saturday, bought a new house and moved into our new house on Saturday. It was our anniversary, 39 years of being married. And you know, she's been my biggest friend, my best friend, my biggest fan, my biggest critic. And also she's helped me to stay sane while trying to be a musician for hire. And she was traveling with me most of the time until we had our first grandchild. And then it took her a little while. I was waiting on her to tell me. She said, honey, I'd love going with you, but I think I want to stay home and be a grandma. And I said, I totally understand, and if you didn't say that, I'd be disappointed. So it's really fun to, I miss her when I'm gone, but we've been married. Our marriage was wonderful, kind of simple, white dress. We didn't know one another until we got married, and we've been knowing one another. I've been trying to get to know her all these years, and she ain't figured me out yet either, I don't think. But, I wrote a song for her. It took a while to write this song. Her favorite flower is the daisy. She had daisies in her wedding bouquet. She has a little Maltese dog, 6 pounds, 15 years old. Her name is Daisy. You guys are smart up here, ain't you? So I had a wonderful time recording this with Eric. The trio album has this song on it, and these two guys really do a wonderful job, and I hope you enjoy Daisies for Judy. Thank you so much, and did you notice the percussion in the middle of a soft spot? I dropped my capo in the middle of it. They hit the floor really, really hard, and just like, yeah, naturally it's going to happen right there. I'm a fan of all kinds of music, and I wrote a song based on a lot of different mandolin players in the history that I know about, people like Bill Monroe, of course, Jethro Burns of Homer Jethro, he's a great mandolin player. Django Reinhardt's music was infiltrating into that with Buck White and Tiny Moore, Bob Wills' music, lots of different kinds of acoustic jazz, Mike Marshall and other folks, David Grisman, of course. And so I wrote a song, and you guys remember, some of you remember the jump jazz era, you know, stuff like Pennsylvania Six. Remember that? And that stuff just makes me want to dance, you know. And I never do that unless I have my bear suit. And I never carry my bear suit, so I never go there. But hopefully you'll enjoy this. We'll get our own specialist here, a mandolin and fiddle specialist. He's actually a member of the Sons of the Pioneers band. He goes around all over the North American continent to play Willie Rogers and stuff, and that kind of music. And he's the newest member of the Jim Hurst Trio. Please welcome Justin Branham. We're going to do this and take a short break. We're going to have fun with this one. Hope you have fun too. There's a line in here that if you want to help me sing. Come on and do the man don't bounce. You know, it's hard to, probably too hard to remember for me, but hopefully you can help me remember. Come on and do the man don't bounce. Okay? You don't have to, but it's fun if you do it with me. And if you don't, I'll be lost. A lot. Come on and do the man don't bounce. Come on and do the band go bounce.
Thank you all. Okay, look at the clock, 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes to enjoy some refreshments, buy CDs, and then come back, because the second set will be kind of short, so we don't want to miss a minute of it. See you back here. They want to sell CDs.
You do such an amazing job. I don't know what they're going to do.
Well, I have a fun job, don't I?
When you're not doing this.
When I die of exhaustion.
I already heard they're going to close the
They're
library.
fun, isn't it? Aren't they fun?
Yeah.
I'm worried about this. I guess I don't know.
Ojej, ja ci widziałam, bo jestem siedna w tym ćwiczeniu. Tak, a nie.
Myśmy się książeczkami podało bicie na były jak przyszłośmy, ale myśmy chyba spisana byłam.
Go by and they'll still
I decided I was ready to listen to other guitars.
Thanks a lot, folks. Good to see you in the break. There's refreshments, and folks came up and said howdy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. 3 times the flowers of spring have come and gone. 3 winter snows have kissed the ground. But she has never shed her widow's weeds since the day we laid Ivy Simpson's husband down. 2 names are carved upon that marble stone, where Jesse's bones now rest in peace. But she pines and bids to join him there. She won't be persuaded to stay inside her widow's weed. Black, won't bring him back. Jessie was everything she had. Dying on the vine too soon. Folks, we only got a few minutes, so we're going to kind of quickly run through as many as we can get done. I think we need to be out here at 7:15 or something. You can find us on the website, jimhurst3.com, also the jimhurst.com. That's my own personal website. We have social media, Instagram, Facebook pages, you name it. And so we're trying to let everybody know who we think we are. Last time I was up here in New York City, I played in New York. I played New York City. I also played in Westchester County. And it was a rainy night when I headed back to Nashville about 11:30. And I had a pretty long haul ahead of me. And I was going straight home. And I knew it was going to be a long trip. Rainy, foggy, hard to see the road, getting sleepy. And so I wrote this song. I knew I had to not fall asleep while I was driving. We put this on the CD. Well, this is called as well. This is called Keep Me Awake. Thank you so much. Isn't that fun? The wipers went wah, 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 wah. I had to go, you know, I was up singing and doing the mouth trumpet. Beating myself in the head, and people were driving by going, that guy is crazy. Or maybe he must be from here or whatever. Anyway, this is a song I wrote because flat pickers, you know, guys that play acoustic guitars in the bluegrass world, they use each flat, they call them flat picks because they're flat. It was actually a question asked to Tony Rice on the TV show with that. But a lot of flat pickers play fiddle tunes, and I like that, but I'm not a fiddle tune player. I'm a guitar player. I like to play guitar tunes. So I wrote this song, and it's based out of an old standard that a lot of people like to play, clawhammer banjo players and mandolin players and fiddle players for sure. So we'll do our best to do this song. Actually, I'll do my best. These guys are going to kill it. Young Mr. Clark. Come on. Thank you so much. My mother and father's families came from coal mining areas of eastern Kentucky for my mom and eastern Tennessee for my dad. And back in the late 40s, early 50s, there was a lot of folks moving from the mountains and the countrysides down south, moving up to the auto industry up north for jobs and schooling and all that. And I'm so happy that I was actually born in Middlesboro, Kentucky, but raised in Ohio and Toledo, Ohio. It was a wonderful thing for me. And you know, the reason why they did that is because Dad was on board ship in World War II in the South Pacific in the Navy, and I think he realized that after all he had been through and places he'd seen, that there was more to life than just coal mining. So they took the chance and moved us up north. And I asked my grandmother and different folks what they thought about the coal mining, and it was a wonderful thing for everybody back then. But you know, if you think about all jobs, it's really hard. Some of them are dangerous. And my grandma was one of those folks that I admired and aspired to be more like every day I lived. She never said anything bad about anyone. She never got angry. I wonder if she would have told the truth, what she was said about the coal mines. I wrote this song. A friend of mine, Steve Hilton, and his family comes from Beckley, West Virginia, coal mining. So we wrote this. This is my first #1 hit on the Bluegrass charts back in 2002. Fictitious name of the mines, Stevens Deep Coal Mines. Hope you enjoy this. In 1895, the coal mines came alive, bringing hope to the mountain folk and their kin. They prayed every day, and blessings came their way. We saw it as the coming of a friend. But there's secrets buried deep within the mountains, according to Widow Valentine. She told me of the day, and it starts out this way, when they opened the Stevens Deep Coal Mine. It always grieves me so to think about that hole, the very place my daddy lost his life. In veins 3 foot high, they worked by carbide light, toiled in the dark so we could heat the night. The timbers cracked, its came and poison, it all fell down upon them. Those who live will remember for all time. Miners paid the cost, many lives were lost, sacrificed for the Stevens Deep Coal Mine. Now it's also plain they worked right through the pain, but they didn't see the coal dust in the air. On their hands and knees and hurting, swollen feet, how could they know that black lung lingered there? A bit or two's mainly used to gather up the treasure, not to count the days or mark the time. When all the rain ran dry, they came out toward the sky, then closed down the Stevens Deep Coal Mine. Always left alone, you never would have known, except for the scars and the people in the scars on the mountainside. Nothing left to fear, and the rivers all run clear. Rattlesnakes have many a place to hide. But there's hope that someday history will remember what was gained at such an awful price. The only things that remain are the blood, sweat, and the names of the workers and the Stevens deep coal mines. We got time for one more, folks, and you know, there's many ways of believing or not in extraterrestrials or significant, supernatural being or God or whatever. And I'm actually a Christian, which doesn't mean anything to anybody except for me. And what I find is that there's so many ways people can believe. Or not, and they can choose. What I love about this country is that you can choose to do either. And you can choose your particular faith, and whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel like you're good, live with that. I wish everybody in the country would believe that other folks have that right as well. And for Christians, I'll speak for my kind, and me in particular maybe, we try to put one foot in front of the other, and we try our best not to cuss at the bad driver in front of us or behind us, and hopefully don't cuss at us because we're the bad driver. One day and another day and another day, and to try to do the best you can and honor my mother and father and also honor him, it's a challenge. And music, I've gotten the opportunity to do this for a living, and so part of what I do is I try to eliminate my thoughts about religion, but also explain, if somebody asks how I feel. A friend of mine in West Virginia wrote this song, and I think it's a wonderful song to remind us Christians that, if you feel like I do, that Jesus was born, he went through the world, he died for our sins, and was risen for our salvation. And it's, for me, I'm a Savior. I'm a saved Christian because I believe on him, and he accepted me. So now my job is to do the best I can. And if we don't, then this song talks about that. So thanks again for having us. How about a hand for Penny and everybody here? Why do you treat him like you do? You were lost in the desert, you were sinking in the sea. No chance of survival for you. He sacrificed himself just to give you a way out. Why do you treat him like you do? When the bright sunshine breaks a cold dark sky, a new morning dawns for you, but you never take time to thank him for the day. Why do you treat him that way? Did you forget how far he came for you when you were all alone? You were tired, you were beaten, you were poor. You were thankful when he pulled you from the pit that you were in, but you're not that way anymore. And if you knew someone had treated you like that, you know you wouldn't call him a friend. But Jesus loved you so much, he gave his life for you, and you know he will do it all again. were lost in the desert, you were sinking in the sea. No chance of survival for you. Well, he sacrificed himself just to give you a way out. Why did you treat him like you do? Well, he sacrificed his life just to give you a way out. Why do you treat him like you do? Why do you treat him like you do? Tell me, why do you treat him like you do?
Justin, Jim, and Eric, you've given us a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming all the way here. That means a lot to us. We'll want to have you back. Thank you all for coming and being a great audience that you always are. So we'll see you on July 20th. Thanks for being here.